everyone, it's me again. I'm Lena and I'm from the Healthcare Landscape Group. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my D1, which is on the topic of my progress week 84. Now, as usual, as like any D1 that I have done in the past, I'll talk about the 5 main parts, which is in my detailed plan of progress week 84, which includes what have I learned, the goals that I've set for myself, what have I improved, and the discussions in the meeting. Last but not least, I'll be talking about the works for next week. Now, so overall, I think that my performance in week 83 was adequate, even though I think that I could make a few goals, a few improvements to make it so I could improve myself overall. So in this video, I'm going to discuss all about that, including what have we discussed in the meeting as well and what is there left to do. So let's get started on the first part, which is what have I learned. Well, last week we have learned about the skeletal system, which we talked deep into one specific topic, one area, which I focused on the cells, the bone tissue, talk deep into what the functions of each cell are, the life cycle of it, the difference between the bones from infancy to adulthood, and I still have the mind maps and pictures of last week's work, which is here. So we talked about the minerals, parts of the skeletal system, types of bone tissue, how to keep the bone healthy, and just check all out. I made 2 mind maps about this topic, and yeah, I think that I have learned pretty a lot from this week's main work, and I know that we have covered this topic before, but this week we went really deep, last week I mean. And for the goals that I set for myself, firstly, I need to be more focused in the meeting, especially when the members Kennedy are presenting their presentations. So I need to listen to the members' work and their presentations, not looking around, not focusing on another thing, but instead I need to be focused on my members' presentation. Next, I need to be better prepared when coming to the meeting, because I haven't finished my presentation yet, so I was in a hurry. Therefore, I was not focused on the members' work. So that is one thing that I need to be really invested on. So I need to be prepared. I need to refine my organizational skills again and follow my schedule as well. So those are the works that those are the goals that I've set for myself this week. And to be honest, for the improvements, I only have one improvement, which is sending in the feedback. I feel that I need to set more goals. I need to actually achieve those goals to have the improvements, because I feel that I only have one improvement, which is sending in the feedback, and that is the same every week. So this week I'm trying to change that and put all of my goals into the improvements part. Hopefully that will be the case in next week's D1 I mean. The discussions in the meeting. Well, we discussed on only 2 main parts, because week 83, Mrs. Pratt haven't really sent in a D3 yet, and I forgot to send in one too, because I haven't really asked her about if she have sent in or will send in a D3. So the discussions only focuses on 2 main things, which is the self-reflection and the main work. So the self-reflection, we talked about our goals, what have we improved, just the basics of what is in the D1. And also the next part, we talked about the main work, where we discussed and reviewed over the terminology of the skeletal system, have a little questions and answers, which in short is Q&A, or a little quiz, where we ask each other questions. Like I asked Kennedy for examples of the long bone, the short bone, and she asked me what is the bone matrix, bony matrix. So yeah, and lastly, we gave each other presentations that we have made prior to the meeting about our main work, which I didn't cover all because that will be a very long presentation and we don't have enough time for that. And I already spent 10 minutes for my presentation in the meeting, so that is a lot. I did left out 1 or 2 parts, but I chose the key main parts. So yeah, those are the discussions in the meeting. Lastly will be the works for next week. So our work plan for next week consists of the D1, D2, D3, and main work as usual. D1 is this video, which is the progress week 84. The D2 is the bony matrix as well as the main work, where we will talk about the components of the bony matrix, what is the functions of the bony matrix, and basically go deep into the bony matrix, not just an overview, because any basic beginner will know what the bony matrix is, and we're working as a medical student. We're studying medical student as a medical student would. So basically, yes. And for the D3, Mrs. Pratt will send in, but if she isn't able to do so since she is on her ship, I will send in a chart for the IELTS writing task 1 so that we can improve and enhance our writing skills in writing task 1 and analyze different tables, line graphs, etc. and pie charts as well. So yeah, that is all that I have to say in the progress week 84. I hope that you enjoyed listening to this video and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.